In a distant land, there was a country called Rhodes, a peninsula bordered to the northwest by the nation of Gallerda. Rhodes was a perilous and unforgiving place to live. Bandits lurked in the dense forests, wolves roamed freely, and ogres claimed vast territories, posing a constant threat to the people. The forests were also home to oversized spiders and enormous carnivorous plants, adding to the dangers. Yet, beyond these natural perils, the true hardship stemmed from the oppressive rule of the government. Rhodes was structured with the king's castle at the heart of the capital, surrounded by numerous villages scattered across the countryside. A stark class divide separated the affluent capital dwellers from the struggling villagers. Each village was obligated to pay a monthly tribute to the government. A village head, appointed by the authorities, was responsible for collecting these funds from the residents and delivering them to the state. In one such village, perched atop a hill, lived the Yella family, consisting of parents, 3 sons, and a daughter. The father of the Yella family was a seasoned warrior who had fought in the War of Independence, a 3-year conflict that led to Rhodes' separation from Gallerda. The people had fought hopping for a better life, but despite the bloodshed, the outcome was far from satisfactory. Now in his 50s, the father had retired from fighting and, alongside his wife, turned to farming. Nevertheless, he had passed down his swordsmanship skills to his children. Among his sons, Simon displayed exceptional talent in swordsmanship. Despite his limited experience, he showed remarkable potential. His younger brothers, Seyu and Sam, looked up to him and honed their skills by following his example. The family's daughter, Sarah, had a keen interest in learning to wield a sword, but her father, bound by traditional beliefs, initially refused to train her. However, Seyu, one of her brothers, saw an opportunity in her enthusiasm. He taught her a few techniques and practiced with her, creating a mutually beneficial arrangement, a sparring partner for himself and a chance for Sarah to learn. Eventually, seeing Sarah's passion for combat, her father relented and began teaching her the art of fighting. Life was manageable until troubling news reached the village. The village head, after collecting the monthly tribute, had fled with his assistants, embezzling the funds and abandoning the villagers. The following day, a commander named Timur arrived with a group of soldiers. Upon discovering the absence of the village head and the money, he ordered his men to seize food, crops, and valuable items by force. Addressing the villagers, Timur declared, "The soldiers protecting your worthless village from ogres need payment. Since you have no money, you'll settle your debt with your goods." Most villagers, too weak to resist, complied to avoid harm. 2 villagers, enraged by the injustice, confronted the soldiers but were swiftly overpowered. By the time Timur and his men were done, the village had been thoroughly looted. Surveying the seized goods, Timur sneered, "Your possessions are as worthless as you villagers." He then ordered the execution of the 2 who had resisted, commanding they be hanged. With that, Timur and his soldiers mounted their horses and left the village. The villagers, helpless, watched this cruel and unjust scene unfold. The Yella family was stunned by this brutal act. Like the rest of the village, they struggled to process the injustice. The villagers gathered, buried the 2 who had been executed, and mourned their loss. The challenges ahead were daunting. Stripped of their money, possessions, and food, with winter approaching, the villagers faced a grim future. They knew this injustice was only the beginning, and greater trials awaited.